Happy Saturday! It's season 5, Venting with Us. I don't know why I did that whole thing. Oh my god. Season 5 of Venting with Us. Welcome to the brand new I'm so excited. Does everybody like it? Oh my god. Wait, let me give you guys the green couch moment, leg moment. We're the all. We're doing it all. Sorry guys. Oh my god. Yeah, but we were doing the whole leg thing and everything. So happy Saturday. I hope everybody had a great week. I am so excited. Oh my god. I have been waiting for this for so long. How does everybody like the sets? Oh my god, you don't understand how it feels to have an actual space now and not just in little spaces. And I'm so proud of my baby. I am so proud of my baby. You know, with season 5, it was, up in the air of what direction I was going to take the show in. And, it's been a process. There's been a couple of things that have happened within the last, I would say, 2 months. And it's been a little bit of, a good clarity and cleansing moment for me. So I wanted to kind of start season 5 on a fresh footing. Not only with me. No, I'm just playing. But new set. I'm so excited about the new set. I wanted to bring you guys back on how it began and how we got here. So let's start in the beginning. So when Venting with Us had came up, and if I had these little bubbles, I would boop, boop, boop. That's in my mind. That's what it sounds like. And of course, I got my Red Bull. Don't worry, your girl didn't sleep. She has her Red Bull. But when I started Venting with Us, this was just right after COVID. I really wanted to start something, but I couldn't figure out what it was, and honestly, during that time, this is when TikTok had actually taken form and shape, and it was so out there, because nobody was working. So people were on their phones. Which I missed the bubble, because I swear to you, all the videos that I did during TikTok, those have the most views. And it's just the craziest thing. So, and now, guys, just to let you know, she's having a whole thing with TikTok because she decided to do this one little thing that this woman suggested to get more views. And now I have 0 views. It's crazy. So now I have to figure out how to fix this. Anyways, that was my drama this week. But anyways, but then shortly, again, it didn't happen overnight. It was summertime. I think it was either Independence Day or maybe 4th of July. I'm not sure. And I was discussing it with Donna, who is one of my friends, and who you see in the first. I believe she was with us for till about season 2 or season 3. I believe that's what it was. I gotta go back and check. But though that time that Donna came in, she was just like, hey, let's do it together. And it was exciting because now I have another person. I didn't have to figure out how to do the show with it just being me. So I was very excited. So, then we were like, okay, so we need a name. And I'll never forget, I just somehow just came up with Venting with Us. Because it's something that us as women do. We kind of like chit chat between each other. We gossip, we do all these things. And it's not so much of like barking, venting. It could be any type of venting. Like right now, like I could be venting about the show, and that's basically what I was thinking of. Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to get comfortable. Ooh. Um, but everybody loved the name, so we stuck with the name. The cover, I will be very honest, I've hated our cover since we've done it. And the reason why that cover was picked was because, at the time, it was kind of like our Tamagotchi, which the show was still like my Tamagotchi because I'm still building and building, and you guys are like traveling through the motions with me, which is what I love about this show. Um, which is what was another point of making the podcast, because Donna and I wanted people to stay on the journey with us. This, if you see the first like few episodes of the show, you can see how green we were to podcasting. It was so funny at times because we would think that we were like, how do we do this? Do we look in the camera? Do we do, are we looking at each other? And we had to really find our groove, and we really had to find the best platform, so it again, it was a lot of research. It was a lot of stuff that probably that people learn in school, but YouTube helped me out, and so did Google. Thank you. Cheers. Um, I like free. Everybody knows that that's my second language besides Spanish. I like to say Spanish is my third language. Free is my second language. But so we started doing the show. Again, you could see how green we were. And then I believe Donna, again, I'm not sure how long she was in the show for. It was almost the first year where we were together. I believe that's what it was. Somebody might have to clarify me on this. I'm terrible with the dates, but it was almost up to a year. And then Donna decided that, Cliffy had just graduated from college. She was back home. She wanted to really spend time with her family, which respectfully, by all means, because at the end of the day, the podcast was my dream. It wasn't really hers, so, my ambition going forward with the show as it was growing and we were starting to see those numbers climb, and we started seeing the views in all of the countries that are following us right now. It's you start becoming obsessed, but at one point it started becoming as it was more work. And when you don't have that anymore because you're so focused on the numbers, it doesn't become fun anymore. So for me, when Donna left, it was kind of a blessing and disguise for me because um I didn't know what I was going to do going forward. I didn't know how I was going to manage the show. I was, maybe contemplating not even doing the show. And then I was on TikTok. So there was so many emotions going through it, and I did keep going into the shows and making it more, and started getting more comfortable and really figuring out you know how to make this more into a personal one-on-one where people can relate to all the topics, how I can flush out those 30 minutes of time space. And I got it. I kind of, do what I do best, which is land on my feet like a cat. Meow. Um, um, and just really gear on what I wanted to speak about. So come around April-ish, towards the end of April, I had started feeling that I knew season 5 was coming up, and I was like, you know what? I gotta really either invest in this or not invest in this. And it's always been positive feedback. I haven't really had negative feedback about the show, which has been always a plus. But I'm the type of person also that I like to push myself and to keep pushing those boundaries of more and more. So, um, you know, me being stuck in my head and then knowing that I didn't want it's just regular 9 to 5 job. Like that's just not it's not me because it's not my personality. I cannot be like boxed in. This is too much to be boxed in. Okay? It's just too much to be boxed in. So it was, I really started just thinking about what I wanted and what this show meant to me. And the show had ran its course, and I one day opened up the numbers and realized that I had almost 8,000 views for one show and 8,000 views in another and 10,000 views on another one. And I was like, holy shit. When the fuck did this happen? I had no idea that people were watching my show like this. Okay. So that inspired me. That and I really do have to say my friend B was like my camp counselor, but I think he's just trying to collect on his 5% management. It doesn't count as counseling though. I don't think counseling is in this in the what is it in the detail and the qualifications. So, that kind of brought me out too to kind of be a little bit more, okay, I want this show to be about me. I want to speak about the things that I want to speak about, and not have to think about somebody else's opinion. So that's really where I was thinking. Then weird things started happening. I started seeing 777, which for anybody that knows me, I don't like to say I'm like a religious person, but I am very spiritual. And I do believe in God, and I do believe that things happen when it's supposed to happen, and that, um, you know, we just don't get things because it was a miracle or whatever. Those are blessings, is what I consider them. And so, in the course of what I was planning to do with this space, I had not. I thought I grieved for my grandmother, but I had not grieved. And I started going through the motions. And it was good. It was good therapy. I have to say, it was good therapy. Um, I ended up going to the cemetery to go see my parents, and I realized that my grandfather had passed away in 2010 and my grandmother had passed away in 2018, making that 7 years. Now, my birthday is June 7th. So those were two sevens right there. Then I was when I was, cleaning out the room and getting, and decorating and doing everything inside, I found lotto numbers. And I found her lotto numbers, and guess what the lotto numbers were? 777. So just so that way, you guys know what 777, and if you guys are interested in angel numbers, just so that way you guys also know, I don't know if I said this before, I'm so sorry if I'm repeating myself. Angel numbers usually come in when someone close to you has passed away, um and they're trying to, I mean, you could be asking them a question, like, for instance, um I don't like to share like my prayers, but I had been asking God, just help me to get on the right path, help me to get on the right path, like stuff like that. And you can say, so, and then, something will happen and you'll see these numbers where you normally don't see the numbers, like 111, 222, 333, 444, 1111, 1212, 1222. Any of those. I have never seen 777. 777 was like, where the hell did that come from? Because there is no 777 on the clock. You're just like seeing these numbers. So it's crazy. And I've been seeing 777, 333, and 444. At 1111, I usually see a lot. But let me read to you what 777 means, okay? The angel number 777 is a powerful sign of spiritual alignment, divide divide, divine guidance, and positive energy. It suggests that you are on the right path, your efforts are being recognized, and positive changes are on the horizon. This number is often associated with luck, spiritual awakening, and the need to trust your intuition. So whenever you feel, and that's usually what I do, is I usually go by like how I feel, and you know, um, whether or not if a video is going to do well, um like, it's weird, I can feel it, I know if it's going to work or not, if if it's derogatory or not. I kind of like, um I'm sorry, it looked like somebody was like right in front of my door and I got scared. And that yesterday was Friday the 13th, and it's the last Friday the 13th of the year, and your girl was watching horror movies last night. And she gets scared. Stupid Jason. Okay. Anyways, which, by the way, side note, um, this is what I love, which is kind of sucks because now we're not going to see any more classic horror movies for a while until Halloween. But that's what I love. I love the old school, just films. You're never gonna find those films, like, and just seeing Kevin Bacon in that movie in the very first one is like crazy. But anyways, I had to share that with you. So, uh-oh, see, the angel numbers. Oh, sorry. So whenever you feel those, and that moment, definitely follow that intuition, because that intuition is always right, and it's always somebody that you don't know is protecting you. Now, here's the thing. This is with my angels. I definitely know my grandmother is one of my angels. I don't know if my grandfather is, though I know that I hear a male every now and then. Like, sometimes I'm in the car, and I swear to you, I'm not going crazy. This actually happened to me. Let me see, when was it? Maybe February, March? No, it was before taxes were due. So whatever day, the last day the taxes are due, which is in April, that's I had to go. I was rushing, and there was a guy here painting my bathroom. He was finishing up the bathroom, and I was like, "Yo, you gotta go." And I was throwing him out, and I was rushing to get to my next destination, which was only 20 minutes away, but it was close to the girl leaving. And I needed to get my taxes in. And I swear to you on everything, I literally legit heard my grandmother say, "Ay, Cristo." I said, "Oh, stop it." I gotta do my taxes. And I think it was because I was rushing. She used to always hate when I used to drive really, really fast to get to places. So I think that's what it was. But I think it's that. I think it's my grandmother, maybe my grandfather. I'm not sure. It's either my grandfather or my dad. I'm not sure. Um, and my Titi Rachel. I definitely know that she pops up every now and then. So, because I remember, again, I am not making this up. I remember one day, my ex, his aunt had passed away. Rest in peace, Luce. But she had brain cancer and she had died. And I remember that I was crying in the bathroom, and I was like, I wish my Titi Rachel was here. And I went, and I heard, that's when I felt on my shoulder. It was the craziest thing, and it was to solidify that my aunt was there with me and she was watching over me. So I definitely know that, these things do happen. This is why I'm very spiritual. I definitely do believe in this. And I always try and tell my friend B, I'm like, and he's like, oh yeah, these numbers, what is this? I'm like, no, because you can't force it. It's something that you naturally see. Okay. So it's so funny. But so around this time, and I don't know what it was, but I was getting very emotional as I was, cleaning out the space. Um, I was just like trying to hold on, trying to find things, trying to find photos of her. That's like the weirdest things. And I was just like, you would think that, you know, I wouldn't be feeling the way I'm feeling, but grief comes in all shapes and forms, and it comes when it's supposed to come. And I'm glad that I went through that because, going forward, for me, now it's natural to kind of be in front of the camera. But I know that where I want to take the show is and not looking at views and not focusing too much and kind of just letting things naturally progress in the way that they're supposed to is where I want to go. It's the direction of what I want to do. Um, so there, besides this beautiful change, the big, big news, yes, is starting Monday. Monday, I am going to start doing lives on TikTok. Um, so yeah, you're gonna get more of this. You're gonna get me and Henry. Love him so much. I know everyone's like, please don't sing, don't sing. I get it. All right, fine. Mm. So yes, starting Monday, more lives. And that's going to be so much more fun. And then the big, 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 big news besides all of this is this Friday. I wanted to do it today, but it's already 5:30. I am so past the time frame that I was supposed to put up the show. But we've been having glitches. Like nothing wants to work. Nothing wants to work on the first day, right? But this Friday, um if this is only for my ladies, only for the ladies, sorry gents, but for anybody that's not doing anything this Friday night at 6 p.m., you are going to wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is not what I was thinking in my head. It's the Red Bull. It's probably the Red Bull. So this Friday, okay, serious. See, this is why I can't do this live because this is like, oh God. Okay. eyelashes. I have eyelash. I don't know how girls grow these things. They feel like tarantulas on my eyes. So this Friday at 6 p.m., guys, just the ladies. It's gonna be ladies' night. If you like reality TV, if you like Bravo, if you like any of that junky TV crap, come with me Friday live, ladies only. It's just gonna be the girls. Let's have a chat for a couple of hours, and I'm gonna do a special live just for the ladies. So I'm so excited. It's gonna be a PJ Venting with Us theme party. So bring your pinks. Um, but yes, I'm so excited. I definitely another great thing that's about to happen is that's my drum roll. You guys are gonna get more of another show that I've been working on. It's called The Life of Me, which right now is only tagging on TikTok, but I've been testing out all of the different social medias to see, what is what. This is driving me crazy, but I'm glad that I have the time and the space to do it. Um, Hold on one second. I need my Red Bull. Okay. So, um, you're gonna start seeing episodes of In the Life of Me. You're gonna take the journey with me. It's gonna be good. It's just gonna be kind of like vlogging kind of a thing, but it's going to be more of an interaction with you guys when I'm posting. And then with the lives that I'm going to be doing, you're going to be able to interact more. Um, I am going to be doing a live, an official Venting with Us live show coming up soon. Um, that should be fun. I'm a little bit nervous about that because, talking about topics and being on a live talking about anything is completely different than doing a show because you're going to have more opinions. And, I'm one person that I love having discussions with people, which is, I think, why my community is so beautiful. And I love my community because people are willing to be open to hear you and to discuss things with you. And it also, when you hear somebody, expressing their views and their opinions, just keep in mind that it's an opening that, you can understand why they think that way. And sometimes you learn from that, and sometimes you don't. And it's sometimes, people learn from that. So, I think I've, with podcasting, and learning what I've learned again during after COVID, pod podcasts were for old people. There was nobody really doing podcasting. And I've just been, one of those people that I always look outside the box of how to perfect things differently. And I don't know what it was about doing the podcast. I was just like, I really should just get into it. I should just get into it. Um, No? Too much? Gotta stop? Fine, whatever. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.